I hate coffee, drink tea, write code, and judge espresso shots. But this website? It made me love this brutally beautiful coffee website. Just look at this pretty responsive coffee website landing page that is created using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a little bit of GSAP. It has full screen navigation menu along with header, a nice home, about, product, blog, review and contact sections. Today we're building a responsive full screen menu and setting up our text, buttons, and CSS defaults, the foundation for our entire responsive website. Hope you're enjoying the view because the best part? I always give the full source code away for free once the final video is out for this website. That means I gotta ask for subscription now, it's free anyways. If you like or hate the UI design, then share your opinions in the comments below so I know how you guys feel about this website design. We also have cool product sliders and card hover animations along with images jumping around in this website for no reason. Here is the thing, you should not ask me why, but the curves at the top sides of footer were impulsive addition to this coffee website. I was working on the inverted border radius video back then, which you should check out from the link on screen. Oof, the way this full screen navigation links being revealed animation is making me love this site. See how even in responsive mobile small screens this product slider is having a great interactive layout. We have different layouts for different screen sizes to make it more pretty for each section in this webpage. We have icon hover animations to button animations as well as image animations to make this coffee website appealing. But it won't appeal to my coffee hatred, and I will always be a tea person no matter what. Hopefully I am not alone in this. If this is good enough demo for you, then let's start making this coffee website come to life. But first, let's see the file setup. Alright. So these are the images we will be using in this responsive coffee website landing page. And this is our HTML file with title and remix icon link that we will use in this website, as well as GSAP link to make our full screen navigation look good. We have also commented out all the sections that we will have in this coffee website. Then we have this main.js file for JavaScript. The point of this file setup is to show you guys where to find everything once you click the link for this project. For this CSS file, we have Allegria font and root variables already set with colors, font sizes, margins, and paddings. We also have everything else commented in order to avoid any confusion. Let's start coding with CSS Defaults. Before we dive into the design, let's lay down a solid CSS reset. This helps make our styling consistent across all browsers. We're resetting margins and paddings, using box sizing, border box for easier sizing, applying the Allegria font, and removing default list styles for a clean start. In the HTML and body, we are setting a base font size, enabling smooth scrolling, and using WebKit fill available to make sure our layout adapts well on mobile and full height views. Links and buttons are cleaned up, no default borders or outlines, and they get a pointer cursor. I also remove user select so people don't accidentally highlight things like buttons. Images are set to scale responsively, using object fit, cover to crop nicely without distortion. For lists, we remove bullets and give each li a little spacing. Inputs and text areas get a minimal, transparent style with a dashed bottom border, simple but clean. We are also dimming the placeholder text for a subtle touch. And finally, we will disable the text area resizing, so it stays consistent across layouts. Now let's set up some reusable utility classes. The BG class creates a soft glass-morphic card effect. It's got a blur using backdrop filter, a translucent brownish background, and subtle shadows for depth. We're also using clamp for responsive border radius and padding with custom CSS variables. The corners are slightly customized, one top and one bottom corner stays sharp for a more modern, asymmetric style. On hover, we brighten the border and enhance the shadows to make it pop. Let's customize the scroll bar to match our coffee theme. First, we set the scroll bar width to 12 pixels for better visibility. The track uses our primary color as the background, while the thumb, the draggable part, has a smooth coffee-toned gradient and rounded corners for a premium look. We also unnecessarily added a hover effect to slightly change the gradient when you hover, just for that extra touch of interactivity. Next up, let's style our text with a set of reusable heading and paragraph classes. All headings use clamp to scale responsively between screen sizes, keeping typography clean and consistent. We've got different sizes from extra large for bold statements to smaller ones for section titles, all with defined line heights and slight negative letter spacing for a tight, modern look. The paragraph class ensures balanced, responsive text, great for readability. And finally, the title class is our special highlight. It features a bold Canet font, huge responsive size, and an eye-catching text shadow stack for a dramatic 3D effect. On hover, it will animate with more spacing and a font weight shift for a smooth, premium interaction. style our buttons now, both primary and secondary. All buttons start with a shared button wrapper class for layout, padding, shadows, and smooth transitions. Inside, we place the text and optionally an icon. The primary button uses an animated border and a scale-up background effect on hover, giving it a premium, interactive feel. While the secondary button will keep it simple with a transparent background, subtle border, and a clean hover color change. Oh, and icons of this button? Well, they will slide slightly to the right on hover, just enough motion to make things feel dynamic and polished.
For each section, it takes up the full screen with min height of 100 VH, and a 1 rem padding adds some space around the content. For a reusable overlay class, this is a full cover black layer with 50% opacity, perfect for dimming content behind modals, text, or buttons. It's positioned absolutely and stacked on top using Z-index. Now let's test all the CSS defaults to see if we did good or not. Let's test the title and then we work on our back to top. We're adding a scroll to top button to improve navigation. In HTML, we've got a simple button with an up arrow icon. It's fixed to the bottom right, circular, has a soft shadow, and uses your site's colors for a clean, consistent look. In the CSS, we're styling the button to stay fixed at the bottom right corner using position fixed, so it remains visible even while scrolling. It's given a circular shape with border radius of 50%, a nice box shadow for depth, and smooth transitions for hover effects.
The button is hidden by default using opacity 0 and visibility hidden, but when the user scrolls down 300 pixels, it becomes visible by adding the show class. On hover, we change the background color and slightly scale the button up with transform scale of 1.1 to give it a subtle interactive feel. With JavaScript, we listen to the scroll event. Once the user scrolls down more than 300 pixels, we add a show class that makes the button visible with a smooth fade-in effect. When the user clicks the button, it scrolls them smoothly back to the top of the page using window.scroll to with behavior smooth. Well, in short, it's a back-to-top button fashion show where it's gonna act important and pretty. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to get more content like this along with code. It's free anyways. All right. Let's see how it looks in the web browser. Oops. What did we do now? Before we figure out the problem, let me quickly fix the box shadow that I accidentally added from the root variables. It won't look good here. Oh look, we added visibility hidden rather than visibility visible in show class, and now it's working. For our header with full screen menu navigation, we start with a clean, semantic layout using the header element. Inside, we have a navbar that includes your site logo and a menu toggle button, a typical hamburger icon using just a span element. Once clicked, this button reveals the nav container, a full-screen overlay that holds the site logo and social links on the left, a stack of navigation links on the right, and at the bottom, footer links like privacy policies. Seems like our HTML for full screen navigation is done, so let's talk about the styling. This is where the magic happens. The navbar is fixed to the top with position fixed, making it always visible. It has padding, background color, and a subtle box shadow for elevation. The menu toggle btn is styled as a tiny square button with a white horizontal bar. It uses before to create the second line of the hamburger. When clicked, it rotates into an X shape using CSS transforms like rotate 45 degree and rotate -90 degree. For the full screen, an EV container takes up the whole screen with width 100 VW and height 100 VH. It starts off invisible with visibility hidden and opacity 0 and is revealed smoothly with a GSAP animation. The navigation links animate from below with top 60 pixels and slide upward into view. Each link has a custom hover underline animation using after, and an EV item wrapper adds a dynamic block element that helps blend links into the background with a cool slide effect. The responsive layout is managed using Flexbox, with social icons and NAV links spaced appropriately using display flex and gap. We're only using GSAP for the full screen navigation. Funny enough, this whole coffee website started as a full screen nav demo and turned into a full responsive site instead, lol. Rather than gawking at this video, please subscribe to my channel to help me grow. It's free anyways. For responsive media queries of max width 767 pixels, nav changes to a column reverse layout, links appear above socials. Nav logo and nav footer are hidden to simplify the layout. While all call elements, including the second and third, are set to 100% width, stacking them vertically. To animate everything smoothly, GSAP is used with a timeline TL that plays when the menu opens and reverses when it closes. We first create a GSAP timeline that's paused by default, so we can control when it plays or reverses. Inside the animate open nav function, we animate the visibility of the nav container, hide the site logo, remove the navbar shadow, and smoothly reveal all the nav content using staggered transitions. The timeline is reversed by default, so the menu stays closed initially. When the toggle button is clicked, we simply reverse the timeline to open or close the menu. Also, when any nav link is clicked, it automatically closes the menu by reversing the timeline again. This creates a smooth and interactive full-screen navigation experience with GSAP. I hope this was a good enough JavaScript GSAP explanation for this full-screen navigation menu. By the way, this is actually the first part of this responsive coffee website, and there will be one or two more parts after this one, so stay tuned for other parts. Complete finalized version of the code will be out with the final part. Alright, time to see this full screen navigation menu in action, and then I go and drink my tea that has gone cold. Unfortunately, the color of links is not gonna let me drink it, so let me fix it. It still needs to have a better hover color to be more visible animation. Now Now did you notice the slight color change on hover over links? Let me fix spacing in navbar so we can drink our tea at last. I hope you like this responsive full-screen navigation menu, because if you have been dealing with my dead humor for 33 minutes straight, then